Hello, native campers. Frank in Action is here. We are back doing live streaming. So it's been a long time. I think 3 weeks. We're not doing any updates in this channel, but I'm so happy, guys, that you still stay here. And I'm very excited to answer those questions that you are actually preparing as of this moment. But before we're going to start with our live streaming and frequently asked question, we will be talking about our friends online. I would like to shout out Rose TV for her success in her channel. We also have Native Camp teachers. Kung gusto niyo po na um, magpa-fly away dito, you can actually just tell me. Just tell your Native Camp channel or any YouTube channel that you want to broadcast in our live streaming. Okay, so again, guys, pag may mga tanong na kayo, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask that in our YouTube channel live streaming. You can also join me here at live streaming in what do you call this one? StreamYard.com. All right, just make sure to click this link and you'll be getting a code in your email address and you'll be able to um, enter in this live streaming. Okay, parang may naaamoy lang ako, guys. Parang nasusunog. But anyway, all right, guys. So if you have any questions, guys, you can just comment that in our YouTube channel. So I have also received some questions through my Native Camp page. Yeah, we have here an attendee. We have Reds. Hello, Reds.
Shizuka.
Yes, can you hear and see me?
Yes, I can hear and see you clearly.
Okay, very good. What is your name, teacher?
Sarah.
Hello,
Sarah. My name is
teacher.
Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. Say hi to everyone.
Hello. Hi everyone.
Alright. Okay, so ano po ba yung tawag dito? Schedule natin pag nagtuturo tayo sa native camp.
Usually I go
Mhm.
for a morning shift 5 a.m. to 9 a.m.
5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Wow, okay. So technically you have 4 hours to work every day, or you can actually do that like 8 hours or 9 hours, maybe 12.
Uh it depends on it depends of my availability because sometimes
Mhm.
I took two classes and afterwards I have to rest like 1 hour. So
Mhm, mhm.
ba- basically I don't do a straight or binge classes right now. I do a lot of
Mm.
rest.
So how long have you been studying, teaching here at Native?
3 months already from May until now.
Oh, a fresh from the oven. Okay, so that's very good. So, all right. So you're gonna have 4 hours a day. How many students or how many classes do you usually have?
I only took 10 classes would be enough for me, sir. 10 classes
Ah,
will do. Mm,
all right, guys. So I
because
just want to inform you guys that this interview, we actually just met here and we don't have any script. All right, so I just asked her anything, and she answered honestly, and that's actually what I call this one a very good answer, so that you can also inform other new teachers that it is not impossible for them to have a lot of lessons in a day. All right, so again, 10 classes in
10
a day.
classes in a
Mhm,
day.
mhm. That would be your average classes. And
Yes,
how
yes,
many
sir.
times you conduct lessons in a week? Like, do you
Uh,
have day offs or
yes,
whatever?
I
You don't
do
need.
have I have 2 day off.
Oh, okay.
That will be Monday and Tuesday.
Wow, that's a good choice. Most of the time, people usually choose Saturday and Sunday, to become normal. But actually, that's the day where we what do you call this one? those are the days that we consider as a lot of fish, right? A
A
lot of
lot of
fish. So
fish.
you should
Mm.
not choose Saturday and Sunday. But of course, if there are some instances that you cannot avoid to choose Saturday and Sunday as your rest day, please do so. But Monday and Tuesday would be very good. Wednesday is the start of having a lot of lessons
What?
also. So you're very smart, teacher Sarah.
So, oh,
Mm,
I'm sorry, teacher. Can
mm.
I
Ayo,
leave the
no
studio for a while?
problem. Yeah, no
Alright.
problem. If you
I
have
have
any
something to catch
questions, you can just go to our live streaming. Okay.
in YouTube. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course,
Okay.
no problem. See you next time. All right, so that was Teacher Sarah, our guest for today. So, kapag may mga tanong kayo guys, you can actually just visit me here in streamyard.com. You can just click on that link in my comment live chat. All right, so we also have some questions from our new teachers or new applicants. Kung meron pa po bang application? Yes, meron pa po. Two of my friends actually just what I call this one passed their 6 stages. I mean five or six stages of the application. So they are now teaching. All right. So um, the frequently asked question is how long. Okay, most of the common question would be how long would it take for me to have the system check? How long would it take for me to do the demo lessons? All right, guys. So to tell you honestly, real talk, some applicants actually rendered 2, 3, 4 hours. Okay, it happened, but mostly applicants usually rendered 3 to 4, 5 days. And it doesn't mean that you have to render only 4 hours, but they rendered like 7 hours a day for 4 days. So that's actually very what I call this one a waste of time, right? But just come to think of it, like when you're already part of Native Camp, you're gonna earn a lot. You're gonna have your free reservations. Like it's worth it. But if you have any questions about experiences about teaching online, it is actually one of the qualifications for you able to join now here at Native Camp. But you know what? 4 months ago, or like 6 months ago, we don't have that qualification. So there are a lot of teachers whom what I call this one get that opportunity right away to enter here at Native Camp, and now they're doing it as a part time. As the quarantine already left up and some of their works already resumed, they are doing Native Camp as their part time. So, as what they said, some of my friends told me that working here at Native Camp is actually a very good source of income rather than focusing on their full time. But of course, it's just because of the quarantine. But they're still doing Native Camp as their um, what do you call this one part time job. Okay. All right. So as I noticed in our live streaming, there are no questions. Please visit us in our um, YouTube live streaming. This would be the uh, link, guys. Ito po yung link. So, just copy-paste that one. Share it to your friends kung meron kayong mga kaibigan na bago pa lang sa Native Camp. And if you think that that friend of yours has what do you call this one? Has a lot of questions, please make sure to invite them to ask those questions in our live streaming. I'm so sorry, guys. Kakatapos ko lang kasi sa isang live streaming kanina. So, medyo paos-paos pa. Alright, tapos Tagalog yun. Tapos dito, I have to speak English. Di naman. Mas comfortable lang. Alright. So, yeah, I have one question here from Peps Salamanca. Yay! Alright, so Peps Salamanca. Hi, Teacher Frank. I'm a newbie here. How can I avail the free reservation? And thank you. Teacher Peps, I ask you a question? How long have you been teaching sa Native Camp? At kasi natatanggap yung free reservation like 2 weeks kasi mayroon silang mga 1 week or 2 weeks mga ganon, magkakaroon ka ng free reservation. Lalo na pag may experience ka as an online teacher. So, halos lahat ng may mga online teaching experience. Online teaching experience, sila po yung nakakatanggap ng mga free reservations. Kasi, di sila nangangapa masyado. And, dapat ganun. So, kapag mga baguhan pa lang at nakikita naman na yung mga comments ng mga students ay hindi masyadong maganda, so yan din yung dahilan kung bakit hindi kayo nakakatanggap ng free reservation. So make sure to take care of your students kasi yung mga comment na yan, mga reactions, mga reviews na yan, malaking bagay din yan. But, ano ba yung gusto kong sabihin sa inyo, guys? Pinaka-importante is huwag po kayong mawala ng pag-asa pag maliit lang yung review natin sa mga classes natin. Naiintindihan ni NativeCamp na nagtuturo kayo habang natututo. But it doesn't mean that they're gonna give you all the free reservation. So ang gagawin nila, hahayaan ka muna, matuto ka, at hanggang sa dumating yung panahon na marunong ka na talaga, maganda na yung mga reviews mo, doon ka na makakatanggap ng mga free reservations, especially on Sunday. So what I did, ano ba yung mga technique ko para matanggap ako sa free reservation, lalo na pag Sunday kasi maraming isda. Ang ginagawa ko, guys, I open at least 2 slots ahead of time sa mga Sunday. 10 days difference sa present in 10 days. Mga ganun. So 10 days. Dapat yung kapag may plano kayo na gusto nyo magkaroon ng free reservation, dapat i-open mo yung Sunday mo. Hindi pa naman nakikita ni student yan. So kapag makita at least 2 slots, pwede kang ma-nominate as a free reservation teacher. Alright, so make sure to do that. Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin na kapag gawin mo yan, yan na kaagad yung mangyayari. So it takes time. Okay, so while you're preparing for that, just make it as a routine na yung Sunday mo, i-open mo at least 2 slots. Kasi hindi naman natin sure na yung Sunday mo is available ka. At least 2 slots lang, makakakanda ka ng lesson. And please avoid cancellation ng mga reservation natin. Kapag ginagawa po natin yan, ang nangyayari ay hindi tayo pinaprioritize na ni NativeCamp. Kasi, syempre, nagre-reserve yung student, nag-expect siya na sa'yo, na ikaw, tapos, kinancel mo. So, si student, baka mag-complain. Bakit? Nag-kinancel. Bakit ibang student? Bakit may, what I call this, yung substitute teacher, mga ganun. Substitute teacher is actually good. I have a lot of classes na ako yung substitute. So, okay siya, pero medyo kinakabahan ako sa mga reviews pag mga ganun. Alright, so just make sure to do your 101%. Okay? Alright, so we have here from Kiza Mortel. Is it necessary to have 1,000 lessons to be a Kalan teacher? This has been mandated lately. Okay, so noon hindi. Ang kailangan mo lang is maganda yung ratings mo. Pero ngayon, kasi masyadong marami na yung mga qualifiers, kasi marami nang gumagaling sa NativeCamp, so pwede nang nagdagdag sila ng 100 lessons to be a Kalan teacher, 1,000 lessons to be a Kalan teachers. You know what, guys? Kapag yung 1,000 lessons na yan, kapag meron na po kayong Kalan experience, di nyo na po kailangan yan. You just need to inform them that you already have those trainings or you know already how to conduct a Kalan lesson. Pero kapag hindi nyo pa po alam, wala pa kayong idea, or hindi pa talaga kayo nakapag-conduct ng Kalan lesson sa ibang school or ibang company, you have to wait sa queue. Kasi konti lang yung mga trainers natin and then marami po tayong mga qualifiers for this wonderful batch. Kasi lahat ng classes natin, reserved. Yan. Kaya yung mga lahat ng reservation, maraming reservation, kaway-kaway dyan. Malapit na yung payday again. Alright. So, yes, Keza Mortal. Meron nga akong tawag dito, content sa YouTube ko, how to get your 1,000 lessons. Dun lang kayo, mag-focus lang kayo sa 1,000 lesson na yan. Tapos, just do your best. Just is always empty your cup. Follow the guidelines. Huwag kumain habang nagtuturo. Huwag mag-inom, magdigarilyo habang nagtuturo. Kahit mga smoke na yan. Kasi may ibang mga teachers na natatanggap ko sa mga students ko, hindi naman sa native camp. Sa mga students ko, nagsasabi sa akin, pero hindi naman sila nagsusumbong na isumbong ko sa native camp. Hindi naman ganun. Pero may mga students ako na nagsusumbong sa akin na yung ibang mga teachers na naninigarilyo habang nagkaklase. Hindi sila naninigarilyo sa harap, pero yung sigarilyo smoke nila, HD camera ginagamit. Yung smoke daw, lumulutang sa ere. So, please don't do that. I know some of you guys are doing vaping, mga ganun-ganun. So, wag po natin gawin yan. Kapag umiinom po tayo, please magpaalam po tayo sa student. Yung mga student natin, kapag nagpaalam lang, walang hindi yan, naiintindihan nila. Kasi lalo na kapag ikaw yung teacher na talagang maraming slots na ina-open, please, just ask their permission muna bago gawin yung tangka natin na mag-inom ng tubig, mga ganun. Right? So, beer, hindi pwede yan, okay? Huwag po natin gawin yan. Alright, so Pep Salamanca, 1 week pa lang po. May experience po ba kayo as an English teacher or online English teacher? Pag meron po, please comment po. Alright, so Jess Empleo, hello po, good afternoon or good evening na po. Hello po, if 1 week or 2 na po na, oh my God, hello. Bisaya talaga. Hello po, if 1 week or 2 po na hindi nakapag-class, hindi po ba ma-deactivate yung account? Hindi po. The only way for you to make sure that your account is activated is to conduct 1 lesson per month. 25 minutes lang hinihingi ng NativeCamp para hindi ma-deactivate. Pero yung iba naman, hindi sila na-deactivate. Sorry. Hindi sila na-deactivate. Just make sure na ang gagawin nyo po, mag-login lang po talaga kayo sa NativeCamp. Pwedeng yan, pero yung pinaka-guarantee talaga na hindi ma-deactivate yung account nyo is to conduct 1 lesson isang beses sa isang buwan. Alright? Pero guys, ito yung take note ko. When the time that you're not conducting lesson, especially when you're in the higher tutor rank already, it goes down. Kapag hindi kayo nagkakandak ng lesson, pinaka-importante na tandaan natin na kapag gawin natin yun, nawawala po yung tutor rank natin, bumababa. So meron po tayong, like for example, for B8, I have to conduct 30 lessons per cut-off. Reserve dapat. So ganon. So make sure na kapag 2 pa naman, okay lang gawin yan. Pero pag tanggap nyo na po na next cut-off, bumababa. In a way, naaangat naman yan. You can actually lift up easily for the next cut-off. So just make sure that you're aware of that idea that every time you're not going to conduct lessons, what will happen? Your tutor rank will go down. All right. So again, guys, for 1 week, okay lang po. It's okay that you're not going to conduct any lesson. 2 weeks, it's okay. Just make sure to conduct 1 lesson in a month to make sure that your account is activated. All right. All right. So Peps Salamanca, you're welcome. Or may tanong ako sa'yo, Peps, right? So yung tanong ko po, ano nga yun? Nakalimutan ko. Basta, may tinanong ako. I hope you heard it. Alright. Hi, Teach Frank. Ask ko lang po, paano po makuha ang incentive na 550 2,000 minutes classes ba yun? Did I get it right? Wait. Alright. I think yung ibig mong sabihin, ma'am, yung 100 lessons, right? It is one of our constant incentive na kahit bago pa lang kayo sa NativeCamp, as long as you already conducted 100, not 1,000, 100 lessons, na dapat every lesson po is equivalent to, 50 to 57 minutes. Makakakuha po kayo ng 550. So sa, paano ba to? Alright. Formerly, we calculated our 550 incentives in CC based on the number of lessons. 100 lessons. But, nagiging, unfair Kasi yung ibang student kasi, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes lang nagka-class. So, ang ginawa po, kinonstant po siya na 200 minutes, 2,000 minutes. Tama po. Parang ganun. Ganun yung ganap. Alright? So, sudden lessons plus reserve lessons, as long as may 2,000 minutes po kayo, may matatanggap po kayo na 550 NCC. Alright? Within 15 days ba yun? Yes, 15 days yata. Yeah, 15 days. Every cut-off po. Every cut-off. So, ibig sabihin sa isang buwan, may matatanggap po kayo na additional na 1,100 NCC on top of your salary. So, kaya yan. Kezia Mortal. Yes, you're welcome. Water Fire. Hi, Teacher Frank. What's your tips to avoid teachers burnout? My God. Paano ba to? Pag mga ganyan na mga student, guys, yung parang exhausted na sila sa pagtuturo, ay ikaw ba? Baka exhausted ka na rin sa pagtuturo, ma'am. Just kidding. All right, so if you think that the student is exhausted, okay, let them do what they really want to do. Right? So for example, they wanted to learn pronunciation at yung nakuha nila na lesson material is grammar naman. So talagang it doesn't, kasi minsan as a student, 'di ba, gusto mo lang pumasok tapos meron tayong schedule. For example, 3 p.m. I will have a schedule with Teacher Frank. So pumasok 'yan. Minsan wala na silang time to what I call this one, choose a perfect material for them in that moment. So minsan they're actually very tired, they're burnt out, emotionally not ready, physically not ready, and sometimes they just think that being online and talking to your teacher let them or allow them to feel like they are learning something and they're gonna improve their English. So dapat isipin po natin yung 3 C's na tinuro ko po sa aking mga content. You really have to know how to do level check each lesson. Okay, especially for the students na bago pa lang po sa atin. So you have to do the 3 C's. Ano po ba yung C's? First is that you are the controller. Okay? So when you control, it means you have to know the student kung talagang magaling siya o hindi. Kapag hindi siya magaling, dun ka mag-control kasi ikaw talaga lahat. Ikaw magagawa ng sentences, ikaw yung gagawa ng environment, emotionally, ikaw yung kukuha ng mga props just to make sure that you can actually address the lesson properly, mga ganun. So, pinaka-importante guys is you really have to control if you think that students cannot speak English or beginners. At kapag yung mga middle lesson naman, mga intermediate students natin, doon po kayo, imimix nyo po yung controlling technique at yung pag-coach. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, may alam na po si student, so dapat hindi ka na ikaw na lang yung nagsasalita. You really have to listen to them, right? Kapag ayaw ni student na correct ka during the lesson, kasi may mga ganun eh. Ay, dami kong gustong sabi ni student. I want to speak a lot of things. I want to talk about a lot of things. I want to talk about my experience, blah, blah, blah. But as a teacher, you know that you are actually responsible to correct all their grammatical mistakes, their pronunciation, and everything. But sinabi ni student, wag. So what are you gonna do? You just keep on writing, typing. Okay? So, ang ginagawa ko guys, even if the student told me that I should not correct any grammatical mistakes. Kapag sinabi ng student, kapag hindi ka native speaker, don't correct my pronunciation. Okay na yun. Kasi wala na akong magagawa doon. Pero pag grammatical mistakes naman, correct ko talaga. But hindi ko sila sinasabihan on that point na nagkamali sila. So, minsan nilalagay ko siya sa comments ko after the lesson. I understand that you don't want to be corrected, but I hope this would help you make your sentence. And I understand that you don't want to waste our time during our lesson, but I tried to include this information so that you can use this as your resources or materials in reviewing some of our contents during our lesson. Mga ganun. So it's very important na alam mo lang yung pasikot-sikot kasi minsan kahit binigay mo na yung gusto nila, may hinahanap pa rin sila dyan eh. Yung parang extra mile mo. Okay? All right, so I hope I answered that one, Waterfire. I actually tried my best to answer that, but if you have any clarification about what I mentioned here, please do comment again. Okay? Jess Empleo, you're welcome po. Papa Salamanca, yes. Yes po, may 1 year experience na ako. Very good. So, ang mangyayari yan, 1 week pa lang, 1 week ka pa lang naman. So, ito na po yung pwedeng dahilan kung bakit hindi ka po nagkaroon. Kasi 1 week ka pa lang, so ibig sabihin, they're still checking your reactions, yung mga reviews, yung mga students, yung mga ratings, mga ganon-ganon. So make sure to take care of them, and then you have to expect that you will get your free reservations maybe 2 to 3 weeks from activation. Kapag hindi naman, ibig sabihin, marami po talaga yung teachers ngayon na nagkaroon ng free reservation. But soon, you will get your chance naman. Okay, just make sure to just do the basic yung mga ginagawa namin. Like every Sunday, nagkwa-qualify for the free reservation. And then, kapag nag-qualify ka na nun, of course, you're gonna get more reservations na. So, actually, yung mga free reservation, baliwala na lang yan kapag gagawin mo yung mga basic na ginagawa namin. Just prioritize na Sunday, dapat free reservation kayo. Okay? Open 2 slots. That's the technique. Ahead of time. 10 days before that targeted Sunday. Okay? Next is Marie Lagoy. Hello po. Magandang gabi po. Gabi na ba? Yes, gabing-gabi na. All right, so you're welcome. We have here Kezia Mortel, Teacher Frank. Ano pong go-to topics na niyo kapag yung student ayaw nung usual topics sa free conversation? So, ito po yung ginagawa ko, guys. Every free conversation, check ko how long does the student learning English here at NativeCamp. How? So, first is pre-lesson. So, ginagawa ko is I'm going to check the history. Kapag makikita ko na marami ng mga messages, free reservation, ibig sabihin, I have to come up to yung mga questions na hindi siya madalang na tinatanong ng mga usual teachers. So, yun. Next is, ang ginagawa ko just to, since this is our first time to conduct to have our lesson together, and you are doing free reservation, how long have you been working? How long have you been studying English here at NativeCamp? Ganon. So, doon na. Yung talagang palaging tanong ko. Alright, so I think, pinampangunahan ko na si student sa paraan na ganun. So, I think you are not into answering questions, usual questions, right? So, ganon. So, ang gagawin mo, guys, is check the messages po. Kasi minsan yung mga teachers natin napaka-generous, and I really adore and recognize those teachers na hindi po sila selfish. They are putting their comments and giving also hints to teachers na magsusunod sa student na yan kung anong klaseng student ang student. So, yan po dapat gawin natin, guys. We have to help each other, give some hints through the comments na ginagawa nyo sa mga student na medyo sa Bisaya pa may bikil. Okay. So may mga ganun na mga pangyayari. So just leave some comment. Hindi siya dapat direct. Make sure to make some sentences, tips, yung mga hint para sa next teacher, handa siya. Okay? Hindi yung parang kinabahan lang siya in that moment. Dapat kinabahan siya before the lesson. Ganun, para mas longer. No, I'm just joking. What I'm trying to say is that to make sure that your student, or the next teacher will be able to, what do you call this one? Have a realistic approach sa lesson. Kasi kapag mga ganun, kasi hindi kasi naiintindihan ng mga student kasi na when you learn English, you really have to do what do you call this one? Level check. Okay, level check is a very important method for you able to understand how you're gonna do or how you're going to conduct your lessons in English. But hindi natin nagagawa yun kasi 25 minutes lang at yung student ang pumipili sa mga teacher. So, yan yung kaibahan sa offline at sa online. Kasi pag offline, nali-level check mo. Pag online, come what may. Alright? But Yung mga student naman na naiintindihan nila, who understand the idea of level check, sila po yung bumabalik-balik sa inyo. Yan. So, ang ginagawa ko po guys, para yung student, pabalik-balik sila, hindi ko sila sinabihan na come back to me. You have to do your lesson. You have to really explain to the student that, hey, for you able to learn English, you have to understand that this learning, kind of learning, your English improvement or your development depends on both of this party, si student at si teacher. So, dapat paintindihan mo yun. Ginagawa ko talaga yun kasi I really want to help my, co-teachers na hindi na, kaya pala hindi masyadong na-approach hindi maganda yung approach ni student, ni teacher sa akin kasi hindi niya ako kilala, gano'n. Kasi, I know someone na talagang kinakatakutan dito sa native camp na student. And I always told him or her na ganun po yung nangyayari. So, as of this moment, medyo naiintindihan niya ng konti. So, medyo mild na siya. He or she might be rude, but she's not giving lower than 5 stars. Dalawa lang, magpa 5 stars siya or no ratings. Pag no ratings, ayaw niya sa'yo. Pag 5 ratings, gusto ka niya. Ganun lang. Ganun lang yung alam niya. So, medyo nahihilot. Ano ba yun sa Tagalog? We're able to correct that mindset already to that student. So, again, guys, love our student. They might just misunderstood. They're just being misunderstood most of the time. Hindi naman talaga sila rude. Kung ano yung sinagot nila sa tanong mo, dapat related po yung kinaano nyo. And then, like for example, kapag nakita mo naman sa previous messages na talagang he's into news, ito po yung technique natin, guys. A week before, mga news sa Japan, mag-select po kayo ng dalawang topic. Dalawang topic lang. At yun na po yung paulit-ulit na pag-uusapan nyo ng mga student mo. Dalawang topic lang para kung alam na ni student na pag-usapan nyo na, may isang backup ka. Ganun lang. Dalawang topic lang. Magbasa lang po kayo. Meron naman pong nhk.net or .com or nhk.jp. Basta, puntahan nyo yung website na yan tapos mag-Google Translation kayo. Basahin nyo yun at may idea na kayo kung nagaganap sa Japan a week before. Hindi naman kailangan current talaga. So, okay lang yun. Pero kung gusto nyo talaga na current, just keep on reading every after your shift. Okay? Yan po yung ginagawa natin. Kasi kapag sinasabing meron po ba kayo ang material, meron naman, may binigyan naman si NativeCamp na link. Kaso, ano na yun babad na yun So, I don't recommend that masyado kasi maraming teachers na kumukuha ng mga questions na doon. So, ginagawa ko, latest. Hindi yun babad, latest Di ba? So, I hope it will help. Okay? Alright, so again, thank you so much, Kizia Martel. Ano ba nangyari sa akin? Maos na ako. Alright, so, sino ba yun? Lynette Sagon. Hello po, Teacher Frank. Ask ko lang po, kung required pa rin po ba may ESL teaching sa NativeCamp? Just passed the board exam last September 2018 po. Yes po. Kailangan po talaga. And I think teacher naman po kayo, yung apprenticeship, internship, or practicum, ano ba yung jargon nyo sa education? Practicum yata, right? Practicum, not internship. So practicum is actually an experience. So you can actually include that as your experience. Try it. May nakapasa na dyan. Alright, so do you have any experience teaching? Yes, I have an experience teaching. Kung nag-practicum po kayo sa school, private school or public school. Ganun. Huwag nyo na pong masyadong sabihin na nag-practicum lang ako. Don't degrade yourself. Lift up yourself. Alright, hindi naman kayo nagsinungaling. Yun lang na-mention. Okay, next is, hi po, Teacher Frank. Ask ko lang po, pwede na po bang mag-standby kahit pending approval pa po yung intro video? Yes po. Huwag nyo pong sayangin yan. Just keep on doing standby. kahit naka pending pa yung interview nyo, as long as you can see na nakakapag-standby na kayo, there's a big chance na walang pumasok sa inyo, but just make sure that you are active signing in, what do you call this one, to your NativeCamp account. Napaka-importante yan na talagang nakakapag-sign in kayo and then nakapag-standby kasi nakikita yan sa system that you're actually available. So kapag ganun kayo, kahit wala pa kayong intro video, tapos ganun yung fire nyo to teach, ay talagang nakikita ni NativeCamp na talagang may malaking revenue dito sa teacher na to kasi masipag. Hindi lang siya pang 4 hours, pang 12 hours si teacher. Ganon. Alright? So, mga tips lang natin yan, guys. Alright, so now let's move on to water fire. Thank you for answering, Teacher Frank. You're welcome po. Yeah, ikaw po yung tinanong ko kanina. If you have any questions pa po, please ask more. Alright, how to keep motivated to go on standby po if you're suffering from depression and anxiety? Oh my God, depression and anxiety, let's not use that one as, parang hangin lang, okay? Depression is actually, you have to identify if it's clinical depression or depression lang. So if you have a clinical depression, you really have to take rest, okay? You have to take your rest. Wag masyadong babad, okay? So actually, in my case, I actually had my 2 cut-off rest day. Ngayon po, po ako. As of this moment, naka-rest day po ako sa NativeCamp. So I have 1 month rest day. Alam ko po na bababa talaga yung tutor rank natin, but health is wealth. Okay, napaka-importante yun. So what I did is, kapag depression naman, I'm actually, basta ganon, hindi siya pwedeng i-share. But pag depression, mga ganon, kapag talagang serious depression ka na talaga, please guys, prioritize your health. Aanhin ang pera kapag pupunta ka naman sa cementerio. My God, where did I get that? All right, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is that you really prioritize your health. You have to make sure that you're working because you're happy doing it. Minsan, guys, na tayo na, kahit anong trabaho, nadidepress tayo. But you have to ask yourself, kailan ka ba nag-siesta? Kailan ka ba nag-rest? Ask yourself. Tugal na din yun kaya pala. Tapos gawin mo yun. Ako guys, I did my rest day. Talagang gustong-gusto ko nang magturo ngayon. Gustong-gusto ko na talaga magturo ngayon. But I told to myself that I'm gonna do it for 2 cut-offs. 1 month. So talagang disiplina lang. Sabi mo 1 month, kaya huwag kang magturo. So yan yung gawin nyo guys. You have to really prioritize your health. If you think that, doing this is not already, it's no fun anymore, you think that parang hindi ka na masaya, rest lang, but don't quit. Okay? The good thing about NativeCamp, guys, you don't need to conduct lessons every day. Okay? That's why I'm doing NativeCamp because pwede ko siyang gawin. And this is actually one of the reasons I was able to invite a lot of teachers working here at NativeCamp because of this promise. All right? Because of this promise that NativeCamp is a very flexible work from home opportunity. And eventually I'm not doing it because I was really, focusing on getting my goal. Pero nagiging na siya, mahirap para sa akin kasi minsan minsan nagpa-panic attack ako, gano'n. So lately, yun yung mga nangyayari sa akin. I can breathe during the lesson. Parang hindi naman ako pagod, gano'n. So what I did is I just, rest. Actually, yung 1 month sobra na yun 1 week or 2 weeks, okay lang talaga. And then your fire is burning again to teach. So that's why I'm here. I'm back doing this YouTube channel, doing this live streaming because I miss you guys. I miss teaching. I miss talking online. I miss talking to this camera. And I miss wearing this one. And I really, really, really miss doing what I'm doing. And I really feel that yung feeling ko nung nagsimula ako 5 years ago is yun yung nangyayari ngayon. So without that rest, siguro hanggang ngayon, I feel like being depressed. I feel like I still have the anxiety, mga ganun-ganun. So, may anxiety talaga ako, guys. Totoo lang. I was having, basta, yung mga nangyayari sa akin. Minsan, during my lesson, I can't breathe, mga ganun. So, I take that risk na hindi ako mag-lesson. But I'm so happy because it was able, I mean, it is a very good resources. It's a very good medium for me able to, help myself uh, do lessons in the future. Okay? So, ewan ba kung nakaka-relate po ba kayo. But, ganyan po. Kapag sinasabi po nating depression and anxiety, please don't make it as a joke. Don't just use it. And if you think that you have that already, take it seriously. Prioritize it. Kasi napaka-importante po talaga yan. And I'm very serious about it. Kapag sinasabi ni student na may depression, I really told them what is depression and what is anxiety. And you should do that to yourself also. Be strict about this word, depression and anxiety. It leads to death. It's not a joke. Okay? It's not a joke. So make sure na pag-isipan nyo po talaga anong gagawin nyo when you have that feeling. When you have that, actually it's a disease. Okay? So please guys, help yourself. Okay? Rest if you must, but don't quit. Okay? And while you are resting, you can actually learn a lot. And I'm gonna tell you, I have a lot of things in my pocket to share to you guys. I have a lot of things in my bag to share to my students. I'm so excited to come back and teach again. So dahil sa rest na ito. So I'm still having my rest day. I'm still having my rest month. August, the month of August is my rest month. I do some job pa rin para naman mayroon tayong source of income. But I'm gonna tell you, nag-rest talaga ako and it was able to help. Okay, so now let's move on to mild static kabatingan. Thank you po Sir Frank sa advice dahil na-inspired po ako at marami na po akong students ngayon. Yes, thank you so much. I'm so happy. It's a very, what I call this one, parang nag-boost again. Mag-YouTube channel tayo guys. Mag-Frank in action tayo. Right? So, thank you so much guys sa mga subscribers ko, mga viewers na nanonood ng mga throwback travels ko kasi wala pa talaga akong time noon na magawa ng mga channel. Pero yun yung po yung mga channel, mga videos ko na nagawa ko noon na hindi ko na-publish. So, ngayon pinapublish ko na siya ngayon. So, I hope guys you still give some support kahit na hindi naman siya masyadong related sa ating channel. But most of our channel or most of our contents here is working from home. So, kapag meron tayong opportunities how to get, fish in the ocean while at home, sali po tayo doon. Alright, so let's move on to Jess and Play. Teacher Frank, pasensya na po sa tanong ng tanong. No problem po. Mas maganda po yung maraming tanong. Newbie po ako and hindi ko pa po nakukuha yung salary ko since nag-start ako sa NC. Ang tanong ko lang po, this coming payday po ba ay maklaim ko po yung lahat kasali? So, first question is, yung first payday niyo po ba, umabot po ba siya ng 1,000 NCC? Pag umabot po yun, dapat natanggap nyo na po yun. Pero, pwede ring umabot sa 1,000 pero hindi ka nakapaglagay ng bank account. Okay? Kasi yung palawan natin na express, medyo na yun eh. Wala yun eh. So, kailangan talaga na meron kayong bank account. And that would be for Filipinos, you have to use PNB or BPI. Okay? So, pag umabot na siya sa 1,000 NCC or 1,100 NCC, I'm sure you're gonna get that money, that salary, as long as you put your bank account already. Okay? So, yung threshold natin is actually 1,100 NCC. So, make sure to check that information po. Alright? So, now, let's move on to the other question. Just employ again. Ang payment ko sa month of August through Palawan. Palawan po kasi wala na pa po akong ATM account. And then, so nakuha nyo na po yung pera sa Palawan. Wait po muna, hindi ko naintindihan. Teacher Fred, tanong ako, newbie po ako and hindi ko pa po nakukuha yung salary ko since nag-start ako sa NC. Ang tanong ko lang po, this coming PD, Bisaya. Hindi ako nagtuturo kaya ganun. This coming payday po ba ay ma-claim ko yun lahat kasali? Yeah, basta mag 1,100 po. Yung month of August through Palawan. Palawan po kasi wala. So kapag pwede naman po sa Palawan, talagang makukuha yung pag 1,100 po. Yan po talaga yung threshold limit natin. So just make sure to check that one. You can actually send me your screenshot. Let's check po. Gangan. Send mo na lang, wag mo po isend dito. Send mo na lang sa Facebook page ko, which is NativeCamp Hiring Q&A. Page po ha, hindi po yung group. All right, next let's move on to Alan Narciso. I really miss teaching at NativeCamp, missing my regular students too. Very glad that I came across your channel when I started teaching at NativeCamp 4 months ago. Yay, thank you so much po. Yeah, nakakamiss talaga pag hindi mo na ginagawa yung yung parang routine, right? All right, so let's move on to Malstific Abatingan. Once I block the students or Frank, hindi na po ba siya makakapasok sa klase ko? Yes po, hindi na po siya makakapasok pag in-approve na po ng NativeCamp staff natin. Magsasabi siya ng mga bad words, 4 stars binibigay kahit pinibigay. All right, so just make sure that you're going to report that to our NativeCamp staff. Inquiries lang yan lahat. Ganon. And then you can actually go to the block section. Ganun po. Tapos magbibigay naman po yan manghihingi naman po yan ng mga dahilan kung bakit mo siya blinak. So, dun ka na po magbibigay ng mga reasons. And then kapag meron po kayong mga recorded videos, save nyo lang po sa Google Drive and then get the link, yung share link. Dapat pwede siyang i-edit. Hindi lang yung parang view. Dapat ganon. Tapos share link mo lang. Tapos copy-paste mo dun sa information na hinahanap ni NativeCamp. Yung parang bago mo siya i-block, dapat may reasons kayo. Lagay mo dun. Copy-paste mo yung link. Tapos bigay mo din yung mga information na dapat alam ni NativeCamp why you have to block that person. Okay? But again, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys, for 5 years teaching here at NativeCamp, yung na-block ko is 2 pa lang na tao. So please, guys, we only, every account, teacher account, 10 block power lang meron tayo, guys. So wag niyo pong aksayahin. Okay? Always remember, baka misunderstood lang si student. Ganun dapat yung isipin natin, guys. Okay? Pero kapag hindi mo talaga kaya, guys, block mo na. Okay? Pero again, guys, 10 block power lang meron tayo. So wag niyo pong aksayahin. Imagine 5 years, 2 pa lang. So ibig sabihin, dami-dami ko na palang mga student na mga parang hindi ko na lang binabaliwala ko na lang kahit ganun. Alright, so Kezaya Mortal, you're welcome po. Nadzwa Somael, you're welcome. Now, I have 3 months practice teaching po. Thank you po, Teacher Frank, always watching your videos. You're welcome po, and thank you so much for your support. Your time watching my videos is a big help for this channel. And ako po, nang bimigay po ako ng mga rewards sa mga viewers and subscribers natin. So just make sure that you're going to subscribe po in our YouTube channel para po makasali po kayo sa raffle draw natin sa 5,000 subscribers preparation natin. So ngayon po, meron na po tayong 4,400 subscribers. At kapag umabot na po siya ng 5,000, mamimigay po tayo ng 5,000 pesos! Ganon! Alright, malaki no? Talagang malaki siya. Yes, mamimigay po tayo ng 5,000 pesos. Paano ba? Isang bagsakan, isang tao? I need your guys, I need your idea. Isang bagsakan, isang tao, or 5,000 hiwalay-hiwalay? I need your input. So please comment. Alright, so let's move on. Sir Frank, ano po bang gagawin ko sa PNB Tap Mastercard ko? Nag-email ako sa NC kanina pero hindi na-include ang Tap Mastercard, tanging personal savings account. Hindi ko na po ba magagamit ang Tap Mastercard? Oh my God, I'm actually using PNB pero savings account ako meron po ako. Sa Tap Mastercard naman, as long as meron siyang account number, pwede mo naman siyang ilagay. And then, di ba nag-message kayo sa email, sa NativeCamp, okay? Doon po kayo mag-message sa inquiry tab kasi kapag meron po kayong mga yung parang related issues, pwede mo lang siyang isali sa thread. So kung meron ka pa pong pahabol na information regarding that conversation sa thread na yan, pwede mo naman siyang ihabol doon. So, please don't use your personal information to Hello! Nakikita na ako, guys? Say yes. Pag nakita na, yes, yes. Testing 1, 2, 3. Nakikita na, guys? All right. Thank you so much, Maria Teresa. Thank you so much. Yes, yan po. Pag ganon, ano ba yung tanong? Pag PNB Mastercard, dun po kayo mag-message dun sa information na yon. Pero, pwede nyo, nyo naman po i-edit yung information na nilagay nyo po sa account information or sa profile or account ba yun. So, sa account na yon or sa payment. Pag payment, hindi sa account yata. Check ko muna ha. Mag-open po ako ng account ko. My goodness. Almost 1 month na hindi nagturo. Kaya, nakalimutan ko na yung information dito sa ating information. Account. Wait, kiniklik ko na po yung account. Yes, doon po kayo mag-click sa account tab and then go to beneficiary bank. Doon po kayo pwedeng mag-edit ng information na yan. Tapos click save na lang po kayo sa ibaba. Alright, kapag gusto nyo talaga na ipasok yan sa ibang account. But if hindi naman talaga siya kailangan, gusto nyo lang talaga magbago ng account, depende sa reasons nyo, you can actually do that. Just make sure na ipasok nyo siya before the cut-off. Okay? Like 10 days before the cut-off yata, dapat na ipasok nyo na. Kasi kapag hindi nyo pa yan nilagay, pwedeng hold yung salary nyo, matatanggap nyo na lang yan on the next payday, or doon pa rin siya maipapasok sa previous account mo. So again, 10 days before your cutoff, na ipasok na yung new information niyo po. Okay? Thank you so much po sa mga nagtanong at thank you so much po sa mga sumagot ng yes sir. Kasi nalaman ko na we're actually back online. Alright, so hi Teach, I just go back on ng class po. Ako, paano po mag-block ng student? You can go to the student's information and then you can see there not block, red block, yung maliit na button na yan, then click nyo lang yan. So, wag naman sana. I don't want to teach you guys blocking your students because hindi ko talaga siya nire-recommend. I don't recommend blocking your students. Pero nakakapag-block naman ako 2 beses. But please don't do that. Baka misunderstanding, maliit na misunderstanding lang yan. So actually, I'm married with a Japanese and I totally understand how our cultural differences differ from each other so much. Talagang so much. And then if you don't open your mind about this kind of differences, yun po yung dahilan kung bakit talaga tayo nag-aaway. Minsan sa mga student natin. Now, understanding that kind of differences made me realize like, oh, kaya pala. Right? So, iba yung norms nila sa norms natin. Minsan yung patawa natin, parang baliw na ba itong tao? Tawa-tawa ng tawa. May iba naman, tawa ng tawa na student, pero it's actually a double face. So make sure na you really have to do the generic. Teacher po tayo. Hindi tayo clown. Alright guys, so nagustuhan nyo po ba yung t-shirt natin? So may namigay po. So thank you so much, t-shirt art from NCR. Thank you so much. Meron po tayong ibang content po nito regarding this t-shirt. Thank you so much sa mga sponsor natin dyan sa NCR na kahit maliit pa lang tayo, naniniwala na sa atin. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so let's have here Anna Marie Lagoy. Lagoy. Hi, Teach. I just got back ng class po ako. Paano po mag-block ng student? Please, guys. Mm, maybe I will just make a content on that. But pag-block kasi, doon ka lang sa student's information eh. Tapos, hanapin mo si student, tapos i-open mo yung information niya, may block agad sa taas yan. Ganun lang siya kasimple, guys. Sobrang simple niya, ayokong ituro kasi baka maraming mag-block ng student. Pero yun, ganun lang siya kasimple, guys. Go to the student's information, type the name of the person, hanapin mo siya baka maraming kaparehas na pangalan, and then kapag ma-open mo na yan, the block button will be on top of your NativeCamp website. Okay? Alright. Thank you so much, Sweet Grace. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Yan po yung mga ano natin. Yan po yung mga nagturo sa atin sa industriya na ito. And if you guys wanted to be a vlogger, guys, I would definitely recommend you guys to go to her channel, understand how to do YouTube channel, and that's how easy to make your YouTube channel big as, you know, as this or with Sweet Grace CB. Ano po kalaki yung ano niya, YouTube channel niya, bago pa lang po. So if you are interested to become a YouTuber po, you can actually send me a message, and bago po kayo mag-message, dapat may YouTube channel na po kayo. Gumawa na po kayo ng YouTube channel. And then, yan po, pwede naman po kayong gumawa ng YouTube channel regarding NativeCamp or regarding your experience during your lesson, mga ganon-ganon, para pawala ng depression na nabanggit natin kanina. Alright, so make sure po na kapag mag-YouTube po kayo, huwag po kayong pa-pressure, huwag po kayong ma-pressure sa anong mga content nyo, kahit anong lang, mga anything under the sun, mga ganito. So, but you have to make sure that you have to identify what is your niche. Okay? So, ano ba talagang gusto mo na ibigay sa mga viewers natin? Alright? So, anyway, our topic for today is about, teaching online. Alright? So, please, guys, you can ask questions. And if you have any questions on how to become a YouTuber, guys, you can send me a message sa personal Facebook ko. Ano ba yung personal Facebook ko? Wait po muna, guys, ah. Mahina yung internet ko ngayon. Nakikita ba ako, guys? Yan. Ito po yung... Guys, nakikita ba ako? Malinaw ba? Pag hindi naman, sabihin nyo lang po ako. Simplangan natin yung broadband natin na yan. Alright. So, yan, guys. So, if you have any questions, guys, on how to become a YouTuber, you can actually send me a message sa aking personal Facebook account. You can send me a message. I can, just make sure to send me the screenshot of your YouTube channel para makita na natin. And then, lagay mo na lang ng profile picture mo para makita din natin. And then, gawa ka ng, basta, mag-screenshot ka lang sa YouTube channel mo and then send me. And then I can actually help you make your YouTube channel successful. Successful agad, hindi naman. Magkapagsimula ka ng maaganda sa YouTube. Okay? Hindi ka maiiwanan. Alright? So again, let's move on. Thank you so much po, Sweet Grace. Punta po kayo sa channel ni Sweet Grace. You can actually click subscribe button na po sa kanya para po makayroon na po kayong idea on how I'm going to help you po. And then, of course, I'm gonna ask help from her also. So, ganun lang po. So, dito sa YouTube community po, napakaganda din po. You are actually working at home, and once you have this kind of community din, dumalaki din yung network natin, nakakapagkila. Meron pala akong mga kaibigan na kapitbahay ko na. Meron nga YouTuber dyan na hindi ko pala alam na nakita ko lang siya. And then, ikaw yung si di ba? Ganun. So, ganun siya kaganda, guys. Okay? Alright, so, let's move on to Abigail Francisco. Hi, Abigail Francisco. Oh, you're back. Alala kita sa ating mga previous LS or live streaming po. So, thank you so much for coming back. Avid fan ko talaga to si Abigail Francisco. Alright, so, Okay po, salamat. Ganun lang. Ang ganda ng camera. Ang ganda ng camera. Uy, laptop lang po ito. Ma'am Grace, laptop lang po ginagamit ko. Paano ba malaman? Wala akong cellphone dito. Paano? Basta laptop lang po ito. Ganun. Tapos, lights. Ganon. Tapos, Abigail Francisco, alam ko may tanong ka. Anong tanong natin ngayon? Hello, Sir Frank. If my Callan badge and teacher, ang teacher tapos standby si teacher, possible ba na pwede i-choose ni student ang Callan textbook? Or for book class lang si Callan textbook. Okay. Kapag, ganito yan guys, kapag si student nag-book ng Callan, hindi both teacher at si student, hindi pwedeng mag-change textbook. Callan lang talaga siya. Pero kapag si teacher naman, si student, hindi naman si teacher nag-reserve. Si student nag-book sa'yo ng other materials aside from Callan lesson, ang nangyayari, pwede siya mag-change ng textbook. Pero hindi pwede ang Callan. So, any regular lessons, pwedeng mag-change ng other regular materials. But si Callan lang talaga. Okay? So, napaka tatlong klase yung Callan method natin. First is the regular Callan, the kids Callan, and also the business Callan. So, once you know those things, anong mangyayari guys? Mas marami yung reservation classes natin. So, every 35 or every 25 minutes, every 1 hour, you're gonna get 208 pesos. So, ganun siya kalaki. And then, a lot of incentives. Kasi, kapag you are part of the Callan teacher circle, we have a lot of paraffle. Maraming pa-promo si NativeCamp. So, kapag maraming pa-promo si NativeCamp, anong mangyayari? Marami ding dadagdag ng mga incentives sa'yo. So, yun yung maganda, guys. So, that's why I like doing NativeCamp because napaka-flexible niya. And then, I set up my goal. Yung pera-pera lang, pwede talaga siya. And knowing that you're just staying here in the Philippines and earning that big, pwede na. Pwede na. Alright? So, shout out Sir Frank. MC Dope Plays. Alright, guys. So, I think si MC Dope Plays, guys, parang gaming to. Sa mga interested sa mga gaming dyan, you can actually go to his or her channel para po malaman natin yung mga ginagawa niya sa channel niya. And let's go. Let's have here Nanette Lomodana. Hi po! Magandang hapon sa inyo. Ay, gabi pala. Nagsimula ako sa hapon kaya. Alright, so let's move on to Mild Stithy Kabatingan. 5 tao para masaya. 5 tao para masaya. Ano na yun? Di ko gets. I'm sorry. Alright. Next is okay, sa lahat ng mga kanina. So again guys, sa mga gusto po na i-add ako sa Facebook profile ko, personal profile ko, and then you want to know about, okay guys, ganito to guys ha, marami po nag-a-add sa akin na hindi ko po kino-confirm kasi chine-check ko po yung message nyo. Kapag nagbe-message po kayo, pag nag-a-add po kayo sa akin, hindi ko po kino-confirm kapag walang message. Kapag nag-message po kayo at yung information is about NativeCamp, asking about NativeCamp, I route you to NativeCamp Q&A, a hiring Q&A page. Pero kapag mga personal information or personal, exchange of messages, doon sa profile Facebook ko. Okay? So, especially for YouTubing, doon po sa profile picture ko. How to do YouTubing. So, you can add me naman po. Alright? Pero kapag hindi na talaga siya kaya kasi nililimit ko talaga, nag-erase ako kasi alam ko yung Facebook kasi is 5,000 lang. 3,000 na kasi siya. So, I don't want na mapuno siya tapos in the future, magsisimula ako sa paghahanap kung sino yung pwede kong i-delete. So, dapat ngayon pa lang, segregated na yung mga kaibigan natin sa ating industriya. Alright. So, Abigail Francisco, I'm so happy that it's clear. All right, so let's move on to Nanette Lomodana. Hi, Sir Frank. Sir, tanong lang po. Pansin ko po, paggamit ko po Firefox, wala po yung, ikaw yung nagtanong sa akin tungkol nito, picture-picture sa cam po. Sa Google Chrome lang po ba, sir, pwede magamit? I think po, kasi I never tried Mozilla Fox with that feature. So, ginawa ko lang talaga siya sa Google Chrome. So, yung ginagamit ko po kasi is Mac. So, ibig sabihin, pwede ako mag-Safari pero hindi yata maganda. So, Chrome lang talaga. Since I started working here at NativeCamp, ang ginagamit ko lang talaga is Google Chrome. So, make sure na Google Chrome po talaga tayo. Okay? Google Chrome, Google Chrome. So, ang gagawin mo lang po siguro, ma'am, try to, linis-linisan natin si laptop at ano pa ba, maghingi po tayo ng tulong sa mga totoong mga technician natin dyan. May mga kaibigan tayo mga technician dyan kung paano para ma-activate yung Google Chrome mo. Kasi I highly suggest using not Mozilla Fox. I would recommend Internet Explorer, pero hindi siya masyadong tawag dito, pinaprioritize ni NativeCamp when it comes to compatibility. So, talagang ginagamit namin sa office is Google Chrome sa office. So, ibig sabihin, kapag naiiba ka noon, baka si NativeCamp magkaroon ng mga, updates. Mahuli ka. Katulad ngayon, may virtual background na. Guys, don't use it. Alright. So, wag niyo po munang gamitin si virtual background, especially you are living in the Philippines. If you're already in Japan, well, that would be a very good feature. But even if I'm not teaching now, virtual background, marami po talaga akong natatanggap ng mga discrepancies when it comes to that feature kasi nagkakalan ka, yung mga chart mo nawawala eh. Mga ganun. Minsan yung kamay mo nawawala. Ang malupit yung ulo mo nawala. Kasi yung kinuha niya daw yung headset niya, hindi na bumalik yung ulo niya sa virtual background. Nakakatawa. Nag-screenshot pa siya sa akin, ano nangyari. Tapos yung student, tawa lang ng tawa. Paano pag si student hindi natawa? Di, 1 star ka nun. So, try to avoid using it muna kasi alam naman natin na si Pilipinas ay talagang nangangapa when it comes to internet speed connection. So make sure na wag po muna tayong gumamit sa virtual background feature. Mag-ano po muna tayo, wag po kayong kasi ginagawa ko yan noon, nagkakaroon po ako ng yung mga close student ko, nagbe-virtual background ako using another third-party application. Okay yun, pero nagkakaroon talaga ako ng mga 2-star noon. So, wag niyo po munang gawin kasi easy click lang siya eh. Tapos baka maano kayo. So, when the time na po, na pwede na po kayong pumili kung anong background yung gagamitin nyo, doon na lang po kayo magsimula niyan. Kasi as of this moment, to tell you honestly, I'm not a fan of the built-in background na nilagay sa system. I'm not a fan kasi nakita ko yung mga choices na pwede mong gamitin. Hindi siya maganda. And it's not really conducive in teaching online as of this moment. Kasi a background should help you make your lesson better, not worse. Basta ganun. Alright, so yung 5K po, 5 tao po ba para mas... yun! Yes, thank you so much for that idea, Miles. Yes, titimbangin muna natin yan. Magmimigay po tayo ng 5,000 pesos once makakuha na po tayo ng 5,000 subscribers. In any ways, pwedeng sponsor or pwedeng mamigay lang or sa mga teachers natin. Kasi, pang-ayuda na rin natin yan sa mga taong mas nangangailangan. Yes, yes. Next, let's move on. Abigail Francisco, daghang salamat sa pagtubag sa ako ang pangutan. Kasi makabasa dyan ko I can really read this fluently kasi ito yung talaga yung language ko. Daghang salamat sa pagtubag sa akong pangutana ganina, Sir Frank. Ganito yung accent namin, guys. So have fun listening to this accent. Daghang salamat sa pagtubag sa akong pangutana ganina, Sir Frank. Nag-English si ma'am. Yes, I am your avid fan mo talaga. Oy, parang sa totoo lang, Abigail Francisco, parang nag-second thought, bakit ko ba binanggit yun? And thank you so much. Thank you po. Parang kasing ako nun, mahangin masyado. So, buti na lang nag-follow up po kayo. I saw your video about your snowball fighting po. Nagustuhan ko po mga videos niyo. Thank you so much po. I'm together with my wife during that time and we celebrated our pre-wedding honeymoon doon sa Hokkaido during that time. So, It is one of the most memorable experience in my life. Ganon. Maliwanag na ang aking harapan. Alright, so let's move on for Smildick. Sobrang effective po yung advice niyo sa pag-standby nyo na mag-standby ako ng gabi po, Sir Frank. Yes, gabi po kasi, lalo na yung time na talagang sobra yung, I don't know, when the time na, ganito kasi yung nangyari noon. Di ba, nag-pandemic. So, ang gagawin noon, dapat, dami ng student, di ba? Talagang maraming student. Tapos, nung bumalik na yung parang norm sa Japan, yung sobrang dami talaga ng student is yung graveyard. Ganun. Pero ang ginagawa ko, guys, I tried to, parang tutorial kasi ako. Gusto ko umaga lang muna. Umaga lang ako. Pag walang student, wala. Pag meron, meron. Hanggang sa nagkaroon po talaga ako ng maraming students sa umaga din. So it doesn't mean that gabi na lang tayo lahat. Paano naman yung mga morning, mga natin, mga housewife and house husband na nasa bahay lang or nag-work from home na gusto namang may kausap. So, let's give time for them to talk to us. Ganon. Next is, pangit po yung virtual background po. Di ba ako nagsabi niyan? Pero sinabi ko yan kanina. Nawala po yung katawan ko. Parang aswang. Natawa ako. I'm sorry guys. I'm so real po kapag nag-ELS ako. Kaya nga minsan nagdadalawang isip ako mag-ELS kasi minsan, di ba yung mga content natin pa-demure, pa-professional. Tapos pag LS kasi, naririnig yung tawa ko. Ganito talaga tawa ko guys. So, I'm so sorry. Alright, thank you, Teacher Frank. Thank you so much. We miss you. Oh, thank you so much po. I'll try my best po na magkaroon po tayo ng every week po na LS po just to give you updates about, working at home, online classes, any updates about NativeCamp. Ito pala guys, pinaka-importante guys. I will be having my video with NativeCamp for Teachers Facebook page. I will be, what I call this one, part of their campaign. And make sure po guys that you're going to visit their Facebook page, the official Facebook page, okay? That would be NativeCamp for Teachers. So lahat po ng mga teachers o lahat ng mga nagpaplano na gustong maging online teacher or maging work from home worker, gumunta po kayo sa NativeCamp for Teachers. Okay? Ito po yung link. Yan. Yes. Ito po yung link, GGPEI, kasi ito po talaga yung office-based name, Golden Great Peak English Incorporated. Pero ito po yung link ng NativeCamp for Teachers, updates po about NativeCamp, how to become part of the elite teacher circle. Guys, kapag hindi ka pa elite teacher, hindi pa natatapos yung journey mo sa NativeCamp. Dapat kunin mo yan, lahat ng badges, kalan, at ibig sabihin, kunin mo dapat si elite teacher, guys. Again, guys, si elite teacher parang pabonus ni NativeCamp. 1 minute na klase, 1 peso yan. So, napaka-imposible na hindi mo makuha yung 5,000 classes or 5,000 classes, 5,000 minutes in 1 month. My goodness, ang dali-dali lang nun. So, make sure to avail that one. I'm gonna give you some tips in that Facebook page, NativeCamp for Teachers. Again, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys, I am the brand ambassador of NativeCamp. And starting this time, I'll be posting, or I'll be part of the campaign for NativeCamp for Teachers. So make sure that you are going to click the like page po. Pa-click na lang po, please. Dapat, ngayon po is 37,000, dapat next week magiging 40,000 na yan. dahil po sa inyo. So, make sure to click that. Make sure to do something that you will get notified once once there are what I call it, updates sa Facebook page na yan. Okay, so I will give you there some updates both dito sa aking channel at doon. So of course doon muna bago dito. So ito, sa akin lang mga follow-up lang to dito, tapos doon naman yung mga pasabog. So dapat kung gusto nyong sumabog yung career dito sa Native Camp, pasabog pangit sa Tagalog yun, di ba? Yung talagang bonggang-bongga na career dito sa Native Camp, you go to that channel, you go to that Facebook page to get more updates about Native Camp. So we are now in the middle of our video shooting po. And then I will be giving you some updates kung paano po mag-qualify sa elite teacher. At yung mga elite teacher guys, update lang guys. Pwedeng mawala yan kapag hindi nyo susundin ang bagong mechanics ni Native Camp. Yan. Kaya ito na lang guys, bigay ko kayong mga 12 na nanonood ngayon. I would highly suggest that you are going to make your SIV, self-intro video. Dapat sobrang ganda. Isa na yan sa pinaka-importante na qualifications for you to become an elite teacher. Okay? Kapag ganito kasi yan, yung mga elite teacher natin noon, hindi naman kailangan may SIV, magandang SIV. Pero ngayon, bibigyan sila ng time to make a self-introduction kasi sila kasi yung mga sobra talagang magturo, di ba? So, wala silang time para mag-ganon. Tapos lalo ngayon, quarantine. So, bigyan mo na sila ng time. Pero yung mga hindi pa elite teacher, ito yung mga qualification natin. Self-introduction video. Shh. Kayo lang dapat nakakaalam nun. Alright, so Sandy, Teacher Frank, I've noticed that recently NC teachers were posting about students who were rude and who abused them. How about you? Have you ever experienced something like that? Well, I never did that. I respect their profile. I respect privacy as well as mine. Nire-respect ko sila sa mga privacy nila at gusto ko rin i-respect yung privacy ko. So, ganun lang ako mag-isip, guys. So, kapag mga ganun, guys, it's up to you, guys. If you want to report that to NativeCamp or let NativeCamp, what do you call this? Notice that posting. Dalawa lang yan. Kasi, ang pinaka-importante, guys, napaka-easy lang ng requirement ni NativeCamp. Dapat hindi i-post any SNS platform yung information ni NativeCamp, pangalan, muka. Okay lang yung basta nakatabon ha. At least 90% or 80% of their face nakatabon yung muka nila. At dapat hindi nakita yung pangalan nila. Mga age, mga ganon. Okay? Dapat hindi naka-mention yan. So, please guys, gawin nating yan, tawag dito. Kapag hindi kapag hindi naman nasusunod ng ibang teacher, wag niyo na lang po din gawin. Okay? It doesn't mean that they're doing it, it's okay to do it. Kasi may darating talagang panahon that merong paghuhukom. Oh my God, what happened to my vocabulary? Parang sa akin, napaka-fluent ko mag-Tagalog ngayon. Tama ba, guys? All right. So, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you so much for asking those questions. Again, guys, I would highly suggest that you're going to, start writing questions every time na meron po kayong tanong about NativeCamp. Write nyo lang po. And then during our LS, during our live streaming, you can actually ask those questions during our live streaming. Okay? Para marami kayong baon kapag meron po kayong mga tanong sa akin. And then I hope guys, meron tayong mga YouTuber dyan na nanonood na, sa NativeCamp, paghuhukom, Sunday, yes. Meron talaga paghuhukom, guys. Yung paghuhukom na mawala sila sa NativeCamp because of not following a simple instruction. Napakasimple lang naman yan, guys. Di naman kailangan mag-mention ng mga pangalan, mga ganon. Alright? So, pero wag na lang po natin silang gayahin, guys, ha? Importante na yung mga kamalian nila, wag na lang natin i-multiply. Dapat magka-decrease na yan. Alright, guys, so may mga tanong po ba kayo? Tanong. Yes, nag-send po ba na po ako ng message for the link. Please accept po, Sir Frank. Thank you so much, Abigail Francisco. Again, guys, for my profile, personal profile sa Facebook, when you are asking me about YouTube, well, I can help you with that, I will send you a message through my profile, personal profile. Pero kapag about NativeCamp naman po, hindi po ako nagre-reply doon. Doon po kayo magtanong sa NativeCamp Hiring Q&A or Frank in Action Facebook page. Okay po? All right. How to become a Callan teacher, Sir Frank? Nauna po akong ma-invite as a Callan teacher then to be elite teacher. Feeling ko hindi pa ako ready to become a Callan teacher. Ano bang pwedeng gawin to motivate myself to pursue to be a Callan teacher? Ganito po, may pahabol. Kapag in-invite po kayo sa Callan teacher, whether you're ready or not, you will always not be ready. Okay? Dapat mag-oo ka lang. Yes lang ng yes sa Callan teacher opportunity na yan. Kasi kaming lahat na Callan teacher, we never come up to an idea na ready kami when we say yes. Kasi nga, di ba, magdi-training, so wala ka talagang alam how to do it. So, ibig sabihin, you really have to make sure that you say yes. Do the training. Kapag natapos na yung training at hindi ka pa rin ready, gawin mo pa rin. Kasi you will never be ready when you're not teaching 1,000 times pa. At kapag magkakaroon ka ng 1,000 lesson, hindi ka pa rin ready niyan. You still have a lot of mistake. Ako, 5 years na ako nagtuturo ng Callan method. I still had a lot of mistakes. I still commit a lot of mistake. So, okay lang po magkaroon ng mistake. Just make sure that you have to remember that lifelong leaders are lifelong learners. Empty your cup, keep on learning. Ganun lang po talaga. Okay, SP Halasan, I hope I answer your question. Ganito lang po talaga, mag-yes lang po talaga kayo sa ano. Isipin nyo guys, kapag mag-yes kayo niyan, magkakalan, tapos mag-half Callan reservation pa kayo, half yan ha, si student, magbabayad ng 50%. Pero si NativeCamp, magbabayad sa'yo ng 100%. Wow, grabe opportunity yan guys. So, dapat mag-yes ng yes para yung time na sinabi mo na flexi time, every time you open your slot, meron ka talagang reservation lessons. Saying yes to Callan teaching is a good investment. So mag-invest po kayo sa pag-yes lang. Okay? Walang pera ilalabas dyan. Mag-yes ka lang ng yes dyan sa Callan teaching na yan. Alright, so once you already finish your Callan training, SP Halasan, sabihan niyo po ako. Pumasok po kayo sa LS ko, sabihin nyo po sa akin kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan nyo po. And then, we gonna help you, yung mga Callan teacher natin na nanonood dito, tutulungan ko po namin intindihin yung process how to become a Callan teacher. Promise ko po yan. Alright? So again, I think guys, thank you so much. Hello teacher, since you're on rest mode, is it possible na mag-Zoom tayo, teacher together with us newbies? Well, guys, kahit naka rest mode po ako, meron po talaga akong ginagawa. I'm actually doing marketing po, web analytic marketing. So, kahit na wala po ako sa NativeCamp, may ginagawa din po talaga ako. So, again guys, my LS, this one, LiveStreaming, you can actually go to this website po. Every Saturday po, nagkakaroon po ako ng LS live streaming, and yeah, we can do Zoom or we can do StreamYard na lang kasi ano lang siya, tawag dito, free lang. StreamYard na lang. Okay lang po ba? Sige na po, Waterfire. Okay lang po ba? Thumbs up. Pag no naman, sabihin mo no. Sir Frank, what should you do para ma-invite for Callan training? Hintay lang talaga. Kasi yun na nga, yung iba, gustong-gusto na mag-Callan. Yung iba naman, in-invite na, parang nagdadalawang isip. So, again, sa mga nagdadalawang isip, maraming isdang gusto kumain ng opportunity na yan. Ikaw, nagdadalawang isip pa. Yung iba, gustong-gusto na. So, yung dadalawang isip, ibig sabihin yes yan. Okay? Pag nagdadalawang isip ka, if it's a yes or a no, it means yes. Okay? Yan talaga. Pag dalawang isip ka, kung nagluloko si partner, Yes din. Basta ikaw na bahala dyan. Basta sa opportunity sa Kalan training, dapat yes yan. Alright, from Sandy, puro ka ba at pagkakamali tapos use it. You'll get comfortable then with the lesson. I think teacher Sandy is one of our Kalan teacher. So thank you so much for this, what do you call this one? Real talk. Real, what do you call this one? Scenario kapag nagtuturo ka na ng Kalan lesson. Ganito talaga. Kahit ako ngayon, 1 month akong hindi nagtuturo, tapos babalik sa Kalan. My goodness! Hindi ko na alam kung saan ko nilagay yung mga chart ko. Kahit marunong ka magbasa, kahit alam mo na yung mababasahin mo, kapag wala si chart, kasi may nabago sa table ko, talagang nangangapa ako bigla. So, okay lang po yan. Nagkakamali, okay lang yan. Magpa 5-star, okay na lang. All right. So again, guys, thank you so much. I will just end this. We already consumed 1 hour and 25 minutes in our live streaming. And I'm so happy, guys, that you stay here. Nakakipagkatuwaan sa akin. You ask questions. You learn from me. And I also learn from you guys. Again, guys, kung meron po kayong gusto na i-share, you just contact me. And then let's make a video. Gawa po tayo ng mga content on how we're going to help our co-teachers here in NativeCamp. So, kahit sino-sino lang po, pwede talagang So, yes, water fire. So, again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying here. And thank you so much for always watching my contents. Meron po akong unboxing content maybe tomorrow. So, please watch it. Isa sa mga gadget na ginagamit ko when I am traveling and do vlogging. So I hope you watch it po. Again, thank you so much. Always remember that lifelong leaders are lifelong learners. So always empty your cup when you learn something. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.